You know what? Why don't you just start over?
He's checking.
One, ready?
57, Mike, 57. Hey, we gotta get the stop here, D. 11 mighty, 11 mighty.
Here we go. 180.
Check 50.
Check three, check three, check three. ready. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Win.
Check 13.
Set.
Right there to 3.
Keep pretty quiet.
Watch the end.
Check it.
Three bucks.
20.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A give for Sermon running right. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll try the air now with Newton. Caught by Jones. 7 yards the pickup there. On 2nd down, Huntley. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Newton to throw. Jones has it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Sliding out of the pocket. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Bengals grab it. every week we hear talk about create turnovers, create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you, all right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
And Ryan's throw caught by Higgins. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Ryan on 2nd down. Looking sideline, incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide, because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Now it's Ryan. Open man is Higgins. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Oh, it's a wobbler here. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Back to throw, Newton. This to the outside, it's Sermon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Again, Newton. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. So they get the first down. Maybe not a huge play in terms of yardage, but the fake punt does the job. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Throwing is Newton.
That will set up the screen to Huntley.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Looking deep for Jennings.
Yeah, this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. This complete to Jones. Jones hit and the ball's out. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the 4th quarter.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Ryan. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And Freeman lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
Come on, bring it,
and
baby,
returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucks. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Following the fumble recovery, Ryan.
And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Newton on first down. Drops this one down to Sermon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a first down throw for Newton. They'll leave that underneath to Sermon. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Now Newton on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jennings. 7 yards the pickup there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he comes back with one complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They'll run it here with Huntley. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Newton. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Touchdown. Julio Jones. An 11-yard touchdown. And the
Bucks have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
And another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Carlos Dunlap, the one who got in there to make the stop behind the line. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to. And right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Here's Ryan. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing now is Ryan. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Bucks going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. So Cam Newton and his offense down 13-10, a little over 30 seconds remaining. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. Cam to throw. Complete to Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Bucks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Newton. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Well,
Well, Charles, a game and a decision that people may be talking about tomorrow for sure. Had a chance at a long field goal there at the end to try and tie it. They elect to not kick it, and they lose the game.
And I think what we'd all love to see is that little slip of paper that the special teams coach handed to head coach before the game that said, this is where our kicker is good from today. This is where he feels confident, because that might be the absolute mark that tells us, okay, maybe we have to run more offense because maybe he doesn't feel good about kicking it from this distance.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that...
Tonight, from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
On the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season between the Dallas Cowboys and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led by the second-year man from the University of Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa. Tua now on first down. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Antonio Gibson is an absolute dart with the ball in his hands, and he can make you miss, and he can run over you. Took a little while to crack the starting lineup as a rookie, but boy, was he sensational when he did. Went for 115 yards and 3 scores in a Thanksgiving Day clobbering of the Dallas Cowboys. At Washington, they feel like they had a real find when they took him in the 3rd round last year, number 66 overall, and he justified their decision.
From the 44, Tua. Quickly a slant to Renfro. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucks' 31-yard line.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Well, this is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. Looking to pass. Tua. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And the Bucks are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. So out come the Bucks now for their first drive. They'll be led by their now 30-year-old quarterback in his 8th season in the NFL. It's Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch his development through the years, and right now what you see is a very confident quarterback who has a strong sense of self, totally understands the offense, and knows how to get the ball to his playmakers on the run.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at their own 46. Finds a seam inside the 40. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, 54 yards. And the Buccaneers are on the board here first in the season opener.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Tua Tagovailoa in the offense heading back out.
And he had to be pleased at the start of the last drive. The offense was moving, but certainly not pleased at the end result, an interception.
And every team we ever talk to, at some point in the conversation, the coach, player, someone talks about, you know, we've got to finish. We've got to finish off drives, finish off the game. There's an example there of not finishing, doing everything right, but not getting the result that you need.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. They do. Sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. To a hit, and the ball is out. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they will take over. Were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now Carr. Over the middle here to Brown. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And they're going to have a 3rd down. To throw is Carr. And Jones has it over the middle. And he is going to have a Bucks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. He'll find Jones again, complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. On the counter, here's Jones. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Dallas offense set for this next drive.
And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive with a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Tua's throw pulled in by Renfro. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Back to Renfro again, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. Got a man, it's Gibson, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. He gets it to Sims, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Open man here, Sims, complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Steven Sims Jr. there to make the grab. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. Well, there you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass of the new season.
Well, let's just go back to his rookie year because he's able to get his feet wet, right? Get a little bit of experience. Now I think here in year 2, the game will slow down for him, and we'll see his true talents come out.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackled that time by Sidney Jones. So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
Caught by Jones. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
I know they got the first down. But, Brandon, I still don't like the call going for it there. Yeah, they got it. but I would have punted the ball there, played some field position. I mean, it's okay to end drives and kicks, right? You know, we've heard that from different guys before. Remember, it kicks either a punt, right, field goal, or a point after touchdown. It's okay to end it in a kick.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Jones. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Two minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Cowboys are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, that he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the first down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive in certain situations because of that. You start focusing on your coverage assignment, and when the ball's released, you break on it and make a play, as we just saw there.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. That's complete to Nauta, the tight end. Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's Tua. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise if this will come up short.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now the Bucks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. It's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. Some of the best games of the weekend come in that 1 o'clock Eastern window, one of which features the Panthers at home in Carolina, as they'll square off against the New York Jets. Taking on the New Orleans Saints, taking on the Green Bay Packers. And finally, on Monday Night Football, we'll have fans at Allegiant Stadium for the very first time. What a night it'll be. Ravens, Raiders, live from Las Vegas. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A give to Jones. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. Now Carr. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
76 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Carr. This will be caught by Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Into the red zone, it's Carr.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. On second down, it's Jones. Ooh, the juke. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now Jones. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Carr. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still 30.
How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, it's Carr. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Tucker's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tua over the middle. He gets it to Gibson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll run with Gibson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Tua. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
You definitely won't like to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now a play fake. Carr. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here's Gibson on the read option, and he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Gibson on the read option. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Cowboys will have the lead if they can hit the PAT. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Derek Carr getting set and ready to go again on offense here. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only 1 score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. Again, it's Johnson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 44, Carr. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 45-yard line. Shotgun now for Carr. He gets this one to Johnson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down. Throwing now is Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
On 2nd down, it's Jones, and he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. That's going to set him back 5 yards. How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal. Carr going to throw. And this pass broken up.
The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Unsuccessful pass on 3rd down, but at least you got 3 points here in your hip pocket.
Yeah, and I would take it from my hip pocket and put it right on the shoe of my kicker and go get those 3 points. This isn't even a discussion to me. This is a chance to take the lead after a good drive. Do it.
So the folks on hand here growing a little restless with their kicking game. That's now 2 misses so far.
And in a tight game, 4th quarter, the fans aren't the only ones getting restless, Brandon. There were a few looks of disbelief on that sideline as well.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. On play action, here's Tua. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. So a big play coming now for the Bucks as they'll go for 2. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalize a little bit on top.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So now the Cowboys down by 7, a minute 53 remaining. And the missed field goal gives them new life as they come up in a 1-score game on 1st and 10. Tagovailoa. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Tua. And he'll complete this to Gibson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Tua to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Tua. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game, as now they've got it 3rd and long. Now Tua. That's into the hands of Pascal. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll bring up 4th down. Not good. They didn't move the football an inch, and precious time ticking off the clock. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory.
Sermon now on 1st and 10.
And down inside the 15 he goes. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll go again to Jones. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. On 3rd down, it's Jones. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the Bucks,
they begin their Super Bowl defense with a victory here in the Thursday night opener.
And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra.